take out the box supports, and there you have your MOODie mask with its box frame. Yo, what is up everybody? I hope you are doing super well. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's no longer the Man Like Miller channel. There's been a little bit of a rebrand. Even though we still have the OG DIY MLM signage in the background, it's more for just, what's the word? Nostalgic purposes. Some of you might get what I mean, and even few of you might even remember when I posted the video of me making step by step this whole signage. But yeah, that's what I mean by nostalgia. If you know, you know. This video is not about the rebranding of the channel. Some of you may already know that I launched my own clothing brand named MOODie just the other day. It's a project I've been working on and has been in conception for about, well, I'd like to say since the start of lockdown 1, but realistically, probably since I first started watching anime and really realizing what fashion was. So this has been a journey, pretty much a lifelong journey, which is kind of cool to say, because I'm only 23. I don't know how I'm getting lifelong journeys this early in my life, but I'm not complaining. I know that some of you have intentions or thoughts of starting up your own clothing brand, or may even already have your own clothing brand. Whatever the case is, if you are interested in going into or already in the fashion industry or clothing industry, you know there are certain outgoings that you kind of just have to pay. One of those expenses is packaging and delivery. We're not even talking about the delivery side of it, because that's a whole nother kind of worms, and we can actually get into that in a different video. If you so please, just drop me a comment below and I'll get on it. But in this video, we are focusing mainly on packaging itself. More specifically, luxury packaging. A couple of you winced so hard when I said that because you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Let me show you something real quick. This here is a luxury box. You can tell by the shiny black material on the outside, and generally because it just looks like a much nicer box than you might get an Amazon delivery in or something like that. Now this is something I made myself. I won't tell you how much it costs yet, we'll get into that a little bit later on into the video, but let me first break down why I chose to make my own luxury packaging rather than trying to get a quote. So probably about, let's say 3 to 4 months ago, I was looking to launch my clothing brand even back then. At the moment, the only products that I'm selling on the site are 3D printed face masks made out of bamboo wood. They are super high quality, and when I tell you the 3D scanned versions of these, if you get one 3D scanned to your face, there's no more perfect fit to a mask than this. I'm telling you, it is insane. I did a fit-in just the other day for someone that purchased a mask, and you should have seen their face. I wish I took a video of it. Next time I will. But yeah, I was really looking to launch my clothing brand maybe like 3 months ago or something like that, but one of the main things that was really stopping me was the packaging. So you know, I mean, I did like what most people do, jumped on YouTube. YouTube is very much my sacred space, the holy grail to learn anything and everything, and pretty much the way that I started up any of the things that I'm starting up now. So big thanks to YouTube. I'm looking forward to when I get my first play button. Don't worry, I'll be patient, I can wait. But yeah, after searching through a multitude of videos, I mean, I consume content like nobody's business when it comes to YouTube, and especially more so when it comes to like a kind of business endeavor that I'm working on or something along those kind of lines. So I gained a ridiculous amount of knowledge to do with packaging and delivery in the UK more specifically, but I also did a bit of looking into around the world, like especially the US, Japan, those kind of things, places where people would most likely be buying my products from. There's pretty much only 2 ways that people were talking about luxury packaging. And one, the most obvious way, the simplest way, and arguably the easiest way, but the most expensive way, as some of you will already know, is to contact a supplier, a packaging outlet or something like that along those lines. Now, as you can see with this box here, it's, well, you'll see just how special it is in a second, but there are certain specifications I needed in order for my box to work, my packaging to work for the product that is intended to go in there. I'll show you what's inside the box soon, but the box itself is the most important thing for now. So the box that I wanted, it's very specific, it's quite special. As I said, I'll show you just how special in a minute, but it's quite special and slightly different. So there's certain specifications that I needed that I even before I sent out any inquiries, I was already fairly skeptical that anybody would be able to make my box, the box that I wanted specifically for my mask. But there's quite a few custom box making sites, so sent out a couple, maybe like 6 or 7 different inquiries, and the cheapest quote that I got back for, I think it was 25 sample boxes, 25 luxury sample boxes, which I'm pretty sure weren't even weren't really the specifications that I wanted. It was still very, very limited because you were only communicating with people over email, right? Over email or through a cheap website that didn't have that much behind it, if that makes sense. But the cheapest quote I got, you know what? Actually, let me see, because I got an email, so I'll actually find this for you. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to bait out the company, because at the end of the day, I understand that everybody needs to make a profit, and at the end of the day, you're literally just folding boxes. So, let me see if I can show you guys this, because this is pretty ridiculous. Let me put down the mic for a second. Okay, 20 by 20 by 15 centimeters. That's for a quantity of 50 of those. That's going to set you back £1,180. And for a sample package, that's 20 by 20 by 15 for 5, that's going to set you back 280 straight away. And here's my thing. Like, I don't have a problem with people charging prices. I'm a freelancer myself. Other than the clothing stuff that I do, I'm a freelancer. Everything else is completely created off my own back, essentially, right? So I get it. You have to price what you feel like is the value of your products. When it comes to packaging, it's like people don't realize just how much money there is in that whole space. So this is another thing. Even if you're not looking to start up your own clothing business, if you just want to make some side money, I'm telling you, start a luxury packaging business, even a custom luxury packaging business. I should probably do this myself, right? But there's so many things I want to do on this earth before I die that, if I'm honest, this is an idea that I just can't really do. However, this video is on YouTube. Anybody that watches it can pretty much start up their own 5-6 figure business from basically cardboard boxes. Now, it may seem like I'm exaggerating now, but let me tell you, when I break this down, how much I saved making my own boxes and how easy it is, and the way that, look, just subscribe now and you can thank me later. So going back in time a little bit now, I would have just gotten this quote. I knew that for 50 boxes, the minimum order quantity, I would have had to spend £1,200, which in dollars is probably close to like $1,500. It's simply just not feasible, right? Even if it is, you're going to be struggling from the very start, and I wouldn't be surprised if this among many other things is why so many brands fail at the start, because you're having to pay such ridiculous prices. And again, I get it, they're not ridiculous prices in comparison to the whole market. However, I'm not comfortable. Like, I physically can't spend that much on cardboard. You get what I'm saying? So, what did I do? I did some DIY. And this is how it turned out. On a cold night. Tonight. On a cold night. That's it.